Hello, welcome! We are approaching the home stretch of the 30-day Uke challenge, so congratulations for making it this far. In the final videos of this challenge, I would like to give you all of my favorite resources that will help you be an independent player. So today's resource is ukulelehunt.com, and one of my favorite things that they've provided is a chart that shows you the 20 most used chords, and they have a graph that shows you how frequently those chords appear in different songs. We will be going through these chords pretty quickly, and the objective here is just to show you what the hand looks like for that chord shape, but all of the resources really are on the printable and on the website, so please use that. So the most frequently used chord, I think, is no surprise to any of us, it's C chord. When you play chords like C chord where you feel like the ukulele might fall on you, use the index finger up here. I'm not pressing anything, it's just a place for the ukulele to rest. So use the index finger as kind of your leverage point. C chord. The next most used chord is G. Make sure the hand is really curved and only pressing the strings that you need to press. Next we have F. Leave your middle finger where it's at. Pivot the hand, and you're at T. Some people prefer to play it this way, just barring those strings, and some people prefer to play it this way, barring 2 strings and then adding. So find the way that's comfortable for you. Then we have A minor. Leave the middle finger there and go to A. Leave the middle finger there and go to D minor. Now let's go to B flat. Bar with your finger, bar 2 strings, and then go to like a staircase. Some people prefer doing it this way. I get a muted string here, so I'm not very consistent with this particular shape. But if it works for you, then use it. Next we have D7. D7 is a challenging chord because we need to bar the entire 2nd fret and then add the middle finger here on the 3rd fret. And I'm using the arm, and I'm using the thumb, and I'm using the finger. And if this is really challenging for you, what you could do is just do a really quick squeeze and strum. 1, 2, 3. And then increase the amount of time you can hold that the squeeze. So maybe at first it's just a split second, but maybe you go all the way to, I don't know, count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then let go. This is kind of a workout, so don't expect to be able to do it right away. Give yourself some time to build the hand strength to do it. A simplified version of D7 is this one here. And I don't really advertise it because this particular D7 isn't a complete chord, but if it's all you can do, then go ahead and use this one. But I would prefer for you to build up the strength to move to this one. Next we have G7. All that is a triangle. Make sure and swivel, pivot the hand upwards. Then we have E minor. It's just a staircase starting on the 2nd fret. Next we have E7, curve the hand upwards, pivot, index finger on the 1st fret. And look at how the hand is so high up next to my tuners. If you're down here, it might not work. You might get some mutes. So curve. Then A7, this one's pretty easy. Then we have B minor. We're just going to bar the 2nd fret and skip a fret and add the ring finger on the 4th fret. The cool thing about this shape is that you can move it up and go up the scale. So this would be B, C, C sharp, D. So that's a cool one to use. Those were all minor chords, by the way. Bad teacher. So B minor, C minor, C sharp minor. So that's a good one to know because you can move around. Next we have C7. Pretty easy, but here's a tip. If holding C7 is really painful for your hand, chances are that your ukulele's action is too high. That's the distance from the strings to the fingerboard. So if C7 is painful for you, then I would have your ukulele checked out by a music store. I've had other people on this channel tell me that they took their ukuleles and that they sanded down either the nut or the saddle, or they fixed it for them for free. So go in and ask your local music store, like, hey, can you check this out? How's my action? And how much does it cost to fix it, or can you fix it? And who knows, maybe they'll be able to do it for you for free. Next we have B chord. I'm going to bar the 2nd fret and then staircase down. This is another good one to know because you would be able to go B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, so on and so forth. So that's a really great shape to know. Next we have E. This one is nobody's favorite, I know. If you can't play E yet, it's like riding a bike. So keep at it. Once you've learned it, you can't really unlearn it. So keep practicing that E. Then we have E flat. Here's another little tip. If E flat is too much of a stretch for you, chances are you have a ukulele size that's a little too big for you. So some people playing tenor, for example, will have larger frets. So this shape where you skip a fret and you're in the first 3 is really big. It feels really wide. It doesn't mean you can't do it. It will take a little bit more practice and flexibility, but it just might be a sign that you have a big instrument, because the frets up here are much wider than the frets down here, for example. So that was E flat. Then we have F minor. For this one we need to go up as high as possible. Have the index and middle on the first frets of G and E, and then stretch down to C with a pinky. This is another one that will tell you if you have the wrong uke size for you. You can stretch and eventually get there. I'm not saying it's impossible, but if it's really uncomfortable, try a smaller uke size if you can. And the last chord in this sequence is G minor. We've done this one before. Just keep the hands curved. Practice these chords, practice memorizing them, because that way you'll be able to look at any song and pretty much be able to play it. And if you don't know the chord, using those memory shapes, you can find it on your own. So that would make you an independent player. Make sure and check out ukulelehunt.com for more resources too. It's one of my favorites. This is not sponsored. This is just me giving you my favorite resources. Alright, I will see you in the next one.